Decisions. I don't know what I want to do a video on this week. Oh man. What about tomahawk? It could be fun. Tomahawk ain't a knife. It's fun knife Friday. It ain't tomahawk Friday. I don't know. I just don't know where I'm going to go with this one today. Gotta find something. That's kind of funny. That fish thing. That's kind of funny. I could go with that. I don't know. There's Bigfoot. Bigfoot's always fun. I could go with Bigfoot. We got a bunch of army stuff over here. Maybe I could grab one of them army knives. I don't know. Gotta find something for Fun Knife Friday. Fun Knife Friday. All knives are fun, but the fun part isn't always trying to find out what fun knife you want to talk about. Maybe I could grab one of his, one of them there, folding knives that he has and do something on folding knives. You know, folding knives, those are small. He likes to do those. I like the big old fixed blades. I want to do a big old fixed blade. And he's got all these knives over here. They're fun, but they're not my fun. They're his fun. I want to find something fun for me for Fun Knife Friday. Yeah, machetes. Machetes are always fun. Sometimes a little too much fun. I had a incident with machetes already, and I don't know if I want that. About billy club. Yeah, billy clubs, those could be fun. It's supposed to be a knife. Fun Knife Friday, not Fun Billy Club Friday. Gotta find something else.
This episode was previously recorded in front of an imaginary studio audience.
Time for Fun Knife Friday!
Skip, you're needed on the set. We're hitting a deadline.
Where's it at?
Skip, rushes were due 5 hours ago.
Put this over here. This is the knife I'm going to show. Alright?
Okay, roll film. Indecision. Take 5.
How you knife chatters out there? Your old pal Skip the Show coming back at you again for another Fun Knife Friday. And I tell you what, this was not an easy one to shoot. And you might see it in the outtakes, you might not see it in the outtakes. I was just having one heck of a time trying to pick the right knife for this Fun Knife Friday. And I just couldn't find the right knife for today's fun. I found all sorts of knives, and then, but I couldn't just pick the right one. Now, the first thing, they started rushing me, so I just picked up the first thing I could find, and I grabbed this thing. This is some big old cleaver, and it's pretty cool, I gotta tell you. But as you can tell, there's no handle on it yet. Tobias has had this thing for 9 months, and he hasn't bothered to put a handle on it. You think he could at least cord wrap it or something, because this thing is awesome. Look at that thing. Big old raptor cleaver or something, man, and it is a really cool thing. And, you know, now, it isn't sharp here, and it isn't sharp here. This is for prying. But it is nice and sharp here. And you got a bottle opener there too. And that's pretty cool. And look at it. You got plenty of handle to grip onto, so you don't have to get up there. You got plenty of it. You got a nice swell there. If you'd ever get a handle on it, then this knife would be a lot of fun for me. Because I tell you what, I could definitely do some watermelon chopping, some wood chopping. I could chop just about anything with this thing, because this thing is made to last. It's got 1095 carbon steel in it, and it's just a brute of a cleaver. You know, one of them combat style cleavers, and this thing is nasty. Come on, let's face it, is that not cool? But it needs a handle, Tobias. Get off your butt and put a handle on this thing so I can have some fun with it. It's heavy too, and I'm barefoot. I shouldn't throw it like that. Now, Tobias knew I was having problems doing this thing, so he went and pulled a bunch of knives and set them aside for me. And let me show you those in just a second, but I'm going to have to pause here because I'm ready to start coughing like crazy. Alright, man. Could they clean up this area for me a little bit? Come on, people. Man. Alright, that's a little better. Let's Strictly medicinal, folks. Strictly medicinal. Alright, you ready? You can start rolling again. Let me show you what Tobias, so I can show him what Tobias wanted to show. Now here's the 3 knives that Tobias pulled out. And trust me, they're fun, but they're not my fun. First one here is Vietnam Vindicator. This is by Colt. It's an old Colt knife, but he put it in a leather sheath. This leather sheath is actually the Marbles Jet Pilot sheath, and it kind of makes sense for this knife, and it fits it really well because both had a 6-inch blade. And this sucker looks cool. Got a little indentation on both sides here. See that indent? That's so you can put your thumb on there, and so you can really push in really good. You also got a little bit of a choil up there, right up on the ricasso there, so you can get your finger in front of there and get a good tight grip too, so when you're pushing in, you can pull back out. Double-edged. Both sides are nice and sharp. You got about 5.5 inches of blade. Got a nice blood groove running right down the middle too. This thing just looks wicked, and I tell you what, I think it would be very useful. Could be a boot knife. It's a big boot knife. Got a nice stacked leather handle, aluminum pommel back there, and just look at that finish on that. That thing looks awesome. This is a knife made by Colt, and this is a knife that needs to go into the Rough Rider or Marbles lineup. The Vietnam Vindicator. That's an awesome knife, and yeah, it definitely looks like fun, but it's not my kind of fun, at least for this week. Fun knife, but not fun for this week's knife. Next one he pulled out, he loves to pull this one out. He must be really crazy about it, and I like it because, well, it's a flipper, and I love flippers, and this one flips. And not to mention, is it not only a flipper, but it's got one of them harpoon blades. So you got that area up there so you can press down on it and everything. And the front flipper there acts as a guard so your hand doesn't slip up on the other part of the blade. And it's all camouflage. And who doesn't like camouflage? Well, some people don't like camouflage. But, yeah, camouflage. And you got a little turtle down here. So everything about this knife is pretty cool. You know, one of those old Turtle Man knives made by Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So it's a pretty cool knife. I really like it. But again, it wasn't the fun knife for this week's fun knife. You know, I saw this knife over there. There's all sorts of knives over there. But you know, sometimes, like I said, all knives are fun. And this is a fun knife. And this is a fun knife. But it's not the knife I want to have fun with today. So it's not, you know what I mean? Anyway, the other knife he pulled out was this one here, and this one I know is a fun knife for Tobias because, well, turquoise, and I think he throws it in with all of his Stoneworks knives by Rough Rider. This one's by United, though, United Cutlery. You see that? Is that not a pretty knife? It is definitely pretty. Got dark wood, which I think is like a African rosewood, and then you got the turquoise there. Sure, it's like reconstituted turquoise, and then you got the bloody basin jasper, red jasper going on there, and then you got all those spacers and everything, and it's just a cool looking knife. I like the knife. It's pretty cool. It's a fun knife too, and I think this is a knife I could actually use around the bar because of the shape of that blade. I mean, this is a nice blade for slicing and dicing little fruits and stuff, so you could cut up your celery, you could cut up carrots, you could cut up little fruits, you could cut up cherries, everything with this thing. Just nice rocking there, you know, see what I mean? Whack. Look at that. It got a nice shape. You can cut down, and your hand isn't going to hit the bar. So slice, slice, chop, chop, chop. Really cool knife. It's a fun knife if I have to work with it. But it's not the knife I wanted for today's Fun Knife Friday. Because today, I wanted to pull out a knife that Tobias bought and is too embarrassed to admit that he bought another one of them. Yeah, that's right. Damascus time. But first, gotta pause because I gotta cough again. No, it's serious. I'm coughing because of the dust, not because I want another shot. If you get rid of the dust in this place, maybe I won't be going through a bottle of Sailor Jerry's every week. Jeez. Alright, roll a tape again. Well, whatever it's called, roll it. You ready for this? It's another Tobias special. Damascus. Lewis Martin. He's going to be mad when he sees that I showed this one. But you know what? He needs to just enjoy his inner child and break out the Damascus and say, you know, I like the Damascus and it's fun, dang it, so I'm just going to go ahead and collect it. You don't like it, too bad. But look at this one, man. He went and bought a Damascus tracker. This thing is for like scout carry. You can't even carry it this way. It's got to be scout carry. And you got a little flap here to hold it in. You know, and we're talking genuine Pakistan leather. So every second it's sitting in this leather, the blade is falling apart. Yeah, well, maybe not. This leather feels pretty good, actually. It feels pretty nice. Yeah, it's not too bad. And I don't see any of that goop forming around the brass fittings that you usually see. But we're not here for the leather sheath. We're here for his tracker. Would you look at that? Look at that brass up here. You got some kind of bone handle. And you got your typical, you see that? Look at that. You got the file work going down back here. And then you got your tracker blade. This is a different sharpness than up here. I don't know what this is. Man, you catch on it. Yeah, you can catch on it. All those little grooves there. I don't think you could saw with it, but you know what? It has a bit of an edge. You can put your thumb there if you want to. Look at that thing, man. That's just a wicked looking little blade. A little imitation Tom Brown tracker in Damascus. See that pattern? Ooh, look at that. Is that not the greatest looking Damascus pattern you've ever seen in your whole entire life? Actually, it does look pretty good. And you got the brass there. Finger grooves. And finger grooves actually feel pretty good on there. And you got a brass hole there. What do they call it? Lanyard tube. Brass lanyard tube. Yeah. And it actually fits in the hand pretty good. You know what? Here's another one. I think I could do some pretty good job cutting up some fruit with this thing. Yeah, bet you I could. Want to try and make fun of it, but you know what? Rocking and a jocking here, man, yeah, baby. You could definitely do some cutting with this thing. I don't know about the heat treat or anything else on there, but you know, if you wanted to hack up a grapefruit or something like that with this, or maybe one of them what do you call that thing? You know, melons that cantaloupe. Yeah, the ones that can't get married. They can't elope. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. Tobias went and bought some more Damascus, and what's worse for him is it's a tracker and more. I showed it to you. So he might have something to say about that, but is that not a cool looking knife? I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, for what it is, it's pretty cool. I don't know what he paid for it. Probably not much. He usually gets these things for under 15 bucks or something. Otherwise, he doesn't even bother with it. But look at that. That is pretty cool looking knife. Lewis Martin tracker with a scout carry leather sheath. Yeah, buddy. It's fun for me at least, because I get to bust on Tobias a bit. So there's always a reason to have fun with a knife. Even a Damascus tracker, if you could bust on your friend about it. Anyway, let you go. Go out there and have some fun with your knives, fellas. Skip out. Yeah, don't rush me. Don't rush me, crying out loud. I had to grab some kind of knife for the show. Oh, man. Hold on, let me get on my hat and my glasses. Can't go on the show without my hat and glasses. My hat on straight. Alright, thank you. Alright, I'm ready now. Yeah, alright, ready? Roll it so I can get on this show here. Oh, man. There you have it, Knife Chatters. Another Fun Knife Friday in the books. Remember, If your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong. Skip out.
If your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong, and skip out are registered trademarks of Skip the Show Enterprises. This has been a Cat Production presentation. All rights reserved.
Hey, can you guys keep a secret? The tracker, the Damascus tracker, it's not mine. I bought it for Skip for his birthday.